What's going on, everyone? What you are seeing here is an absolute display of embarrassment as Dejounte Murray just absolutely shows what it's like to play with the big boys to Paolo Banchero. Now, Paolo Banchero is an incredible player in and of himself, number one pick, and a guy that seems very NBA ready, and many believe is going to win Rookie of the Year, is going to make an immediate impact in this league. But Dejounte Murray, he's a veteran. He's been here for quite some time, and now we're seeing this Dejounte Murray Paolo Banchero beef, right? They are going at each other in this game. Both were kind of just talking smack back and forth. You see Murray throwing the ball at Banchero and just kind of getting his grill and yelling at him, telling him he's too small. And Banchero ends up taking it on over to social media, because what better way to continue a beef and continue an argument than with social media? Said over on social media by Paolo, he says, LOL, unfollowed me on the gram and everything. It must be personal, huh? That's fine. Just make sure you guard up next time and stop sending doubles, family. And, of course, this caused for a massive response, because you can't just let that slide. You have to continue the beef. You really have to build up the momentum going into the league. And the Orlando Magic star can't say something like that. And the newly acquired Atlanta Hawks star, who both share the Eastern Conference, can't just sit back and just let it go. So, of course, he responds with a lengthy message, as you would do. You tried to flex that number one pick stuff on me. When I've been rooting for you when you was a kid, asking a rebound for me at Paolo5. Don't get on this internet saying nothing. You changed from the humble kid you've always was, and I stand on real stuff, boy, and you know. You made it and changed, and I lost all respect. Stay humble. This life you in now is real and ain't no joke. I still want to see you win, because that is who I am. And, got to end it in that classy note. You got to drop the big, like, boom. See, look, you went from being this humble kid to all of a sudden getting a little change in your pocket. And now you think you're big time. Now you think you're a star. All right, well, let me humble you, but I still want you to win, because, I don't want you to beat me. I don't want you to, win a championship before me. I don't want you to be a better player than me. I don't want you to do anything like that. But I want you to win. I want you to, maybe make the playoffs, something like that, right? But this beef is going to be interesting, and it gives us something to talk about. It gives us something to do as we kind of just are in this down period, right? Everything's kind of just waiting around for Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Donovan Mitchell, which shoe's going to drop, and you still got free agents out there and stuff. But it's nice to see a lot of these players in these pro-am things. Like, more on a serious note, it's great. Like even Murray said himself, he was like, more of these stars need to get out here and play in these pro-am games and these various leagues, because they're free, and not everybody can afford to go and see you at an NBA arena. And so give them an opportunity to see stars play. And I do agree with that. I do think that it's something that is really good to see. It's nice to see these stars, like even Summer League. Like, Summer League is a place to go and see a lot of stars and up-and-coming stars, stuff like that. But even that's not free, right? Still got to pay for that. But it's usually a lot cheaper than, even like a nosebleed seat at some of the cheaper stadiums. And so to be able to go to a game, especially as a kid or as a fan, and see these guys running and see that competitive nature, that competitive drive. Because, this act in real time, it was real. They're going at it. They're talking their smack, like, and it just adds excitement to the fandom, and adds excitement to the people in the stands and the audience, and adds a little beef and excitement. Like, we can't wait for that Orlando Atlanta game. Is Dejounte Murray going to guard Paolo the entire game? Is Paolo going to guard Dejounte Murray the entire game? Like, I want to see that. I want to see a little blood, see a little elbows. Let's see, Paolo rebound for Dejounte Murray, stuff like that. Like, come on, let's get a little action in here. Let's get a little old school. I'd love it, but come on, it's just talk. We know how it is in the NBA, None of these guys are trying to fight. None of these guys are trying to do anything. You probably see a little, smack talk, see a little back and forth as they play each other and stuff. But I think, one, Dejounte Murray is still going to be Dejounte Murray. I think he's going to be great in Atlanta. Atlanta got him for a bag of peanuts, which is pretty amazing. But, of course, there's questions about fit, right? How is he going to fit next to Trae Young? going from being the guy with the ball in his hands always to playing off the ball sometimes, or, Trae Young, I think, will most likely play off the ball more just because he's the better shooter, the better guy in space. They'll probably run Trae a lot like they do with Steph, just off like screens, back screens, double screens, all that screens, and just kind of make his defender get dizzy, and then he's wide open and boom, bucket. Dejounte Murray will probably run the point, and he adds an element to Atlanta that they don't have. They looked good together, although they lost. They looked good together with John Collins and Trae Young when they were hanging out and playing, and it's just it's going to be interesting to see how Atlanta shapes up. I think on paper they look really nice. I think they look like a team that can make some noise. I don't know if they're a contender personally, but they were in the Eastern Conference Finals, 2 years ago. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that they could be there again and end up being in the finals. And depending on the matchup, depending on circumstances, I mean, Toronto beat the Golden State Warriors, and that was with Kevin Durant. Granted, to be fair, the entire team had to get decimated, with a Thanos snap, but nonetheless, you still had the championship going to Toronto. So it just goes to show anything can happen. And then from Paolo's side, he's on the Orlando Magic. They're a young team, a lot of excitement there. The Magic want to kind of see how this young core kind of pick and choose, which players do they want to keep. Should they expedite? There's a lot of questions with them, right? Because they're young. They got a lot of great assets. They got a lot of great young players. And I imagine they're going to at least run with those players for a year or two before they start making any changes. Paolo is expected, again, to win Rookie of the Year, to be the guy that is kind of helping this team lead a charge. At one point, Orlando was the best defensive team in the league for an entire month, which was pretty surprising. So there's possibilities there. They went on that crazy run at one point. They won 15 straight games or something. So the idea of them being a solid team this year is there. Are they a playoff team? I don't think so. I could see them being a play-in, and in the play-in, you only got to really be hot for 1 or 2 games. So that could be a real possibility there. But overall, I think Orlando's exciting. I think they're a team that is on the rise. I think Paolo's going to be great. He's going to show a lot of promise. But you do got to stay humble. So as far as the beef goes, which I don't know if I'd call this beef, but let's assume it is. It's not grade A beef, but nonetheless, I would probably go with what Dejounte said. Stay humble, assuming that what is being relayed is true. If Dejounte's right and he's being cocky and kind of throwing out that I was the number 1 pick stuff, stay humble. There's a lot of number 1 picks that have busted. I mean, go ask Anthony Bennett. Ask him how he's doing right now. So I don't think Paolo is that, but it doesn't hurt to be humble. I want that competitive drive from a guy. I've talked about Anthony Edwards on several occasions. That guy is a monster. That guy talks so much smack, backs it up, this, that, and the other, but he's shown that he could do it in the NBA. We need to see that from Paolo. It's one thing to do it in college. It's another thing to do it at pro-ams with a bunch of guys that, are just happy to be playing basketball. And, it's different when you get to the NBA. And he's going to have his humble moments. He's going to have his welcome to the NBA moments, stuff like that. But you need to show some humbleness, I am all for the killer instinct. I am all for that killer drive. I want players to think they are the best player on the court night in and night out, even if they're not. Just having that mentality. But, there's levels. There's degrees to this. And come on, play an NBA game before you start talking, I'm this, that, and the other in the NBA, and, I'm a number 1 pick for a reason and stuff. It's like you haven't even played an NBA game, and you just got sunned by Dejounte Murray, who's not even a top 25 guy in the league. What's going to happen when you're playing against the big boys, and, Giannis is making you hold his pocket the entire time? Relax. But anyway, as always, I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What do you think? Do you think there's something? Do you think there's nothing? Do you think this is just entertainment? Like I said, I'm not really big into the drama stuff, but I thought this was kind of funny. I thought it was a cool little highlight moment. So I was like, why not talk about it? It's not like there's a ton of groundbreaking stuff going on in the world of basketball at the moment, or at least at the time recording this video. You never know. I mean, the shoe could drop at any moment, which is always a possibility. But at least at the time of recording this video, there's nothing. So why not talk about it? Why not have a little fun, get people's thoughts and opinions, tell some jokes, laugh a little bit. I hope you enjoyed this type of video. It's a little different than my usual videos, but hey, hope you enjoyed it. Why not try new things? Why not have a little fun? However you feel about it, let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. One last little shameless plug is I did start As It Stands Lakers. It is a channel just like this, dedicated to only the Lakers, because the Lakers are my favorite team. And on this channel, As It Stands, I talk about all teams, all sports, stuff like that. We have football season coming up, so I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. And I just wanted to make a dedicated channel to the Lakers to give the ins and outs. Now, all the big stuff, all the big news and stuff, I will still post here on this channel. But if you want all the ins and outs and just rumors and theories and just discussions just strictly on the Lakers, link down in the description or in the comment section. Go check out the channel, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot, lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.